Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today I have a new MAC collection review and makeup tutorial, and it is going to be over the new MAC and Selena collection, which I am so excited for. To be honest, sometimes collections don't really get me excited because I know I'll only end up really loving one or two things from it, but this one was a little different. I'm not going to say just yet because I'm going to review everything and show you guys swatches. But in the meantime, if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so to start off this look, I'm going to first do my eyes. As you can see, I already have one done. So I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can get a better look while I do this one. So for this collections palette, I'm actually so in love with it. I'll show you guys what it looks like here. So it has the cover of Selena's Bustier, which is so cute, and then here are all the shades. And like most MAC palettes, the shade names are in the back, and I'm going to do my best to make sure I read the right ones because it's always a little confusing for me. It also came with this really pretty insert of her. So to start off this look, I'm first going to be taking my Luxie 205 blending brush, which is this baby right here, just your regular good old blending brush. I will be using this color here. It is called Te Amo. And with this color, I'm really just going to be focusing it right on the outer V, trying to build up most depth in there, and then slightly bringing it in just a little bit on the crease. And I'm not too concerned with this color being perfectly blended because I want it to just be pretty much an intense color, and the next color we're going to use is going to help blend everything out. Taking another Luxie 205 brush, I'm going to be taking this lighter taupe shade. This one is called Los Dinos. And with this shade, I am going to be applying it all the way from the inner part of my eye crease all the way to the outer part and just blowing everything out. Now for the inner part of the lid, I'll be taking a flat shader brush. I'll be using this matte white shade here. This is called Como de Extraño. And for this shade, I'm just going to be packing it all on the inner lid. This isn't a stark white shadow, which I really like. It's kind of more of a cream white. But the opaqueness is really good. For the liner, I'm going to be using two different liners. I'm first going to start off with gel. This is the Inglot AMC 77 gel liner, and I'm just using this with an angle brush. I'm just picking up a little bit of this, and I'm just going to be creating my wing first with this liner. Wait, before I do that, I'm going to take a makeup wipe and just kind of clean this up. I'm then just going to fill in that wing with the gel liner, and then I'll be using a liquid liner to just create a little connection onto my lash line. And to do that, I'm going to be using my favorite liquid liner at the moment. This is the Benefit Roller Liner. I wanted to keep that liner a little bit thinner so you could still see the white shadow and appreciate it a little bit more and give my eye a bit of a bigger effect. So now moving on to the face. For the primer for today, I'm going to be using the Porefessional Pearl Primer. I don't use this one too much, but it is really similar to the original Porefessional. It does have a little bit more of an illuminating effect. I'm just taking very little of it though and applying it just on the T-zone. For foundation, I'm going to be using my favorite at the moment, which is the Maybelline Superstay. I'm using the shade 112, which is natural ivory. And I'm using that on my Shop Miss A beauty sponge. For concealer, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix 24 Hour Smooth Wear Concealer. This is the shade NW15. I'm first going to be applying it mainly just on the inner corner of my under eyes. And then I'll probably be taking a brush to just really line up my wing to make it sharper. So I'm just going to apply it a little bit right underneath that wing. And then using the brush I used to carve out my eyebrows, which is the Cala Concealer 513. Making sure I get as close as I can to that wing. And then dragging the concealer down. And then I'll use my sponge to blend that out. To set my under eye and the other areas I highlighted, I'm going to be using my Ben Night Fair translucent powder. This one is good if you're on the fair skin tone side. It has a little bit of a pink undertone, so it really does have a brightening effect. I'm going to be setting the rest of my face with just a little bit of some pressed powder on the areas that I didn't use the setting powder. And then for today's bronzer, keeping it in the MAC family, I'm going to be using Canyon Dreaming. This is from one of their past collections, and it actually is one of my favorite bronzers too. Water brush, I'm just going to be applying this on the hollows of my cheek, a little bit on my temple. And around the... I for sure want to use the highlighter in this collection on my décolleté later on, but this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's more of like that golden type of highlight. This is called La Leyenda. And since I did swatch it on myself last night, I feel like it's going to be one of those that I can't really use on the high points of my face. It's going to look more muddy than it is going to look like a highlight. But I figured what I can do to kind of tie it into the face, because I don't want to be glowy down here and then just all matte up here, is I'm going to take a little bit on the same bronzer brush that I have. I'm actually just going to apply a light layer on the bronzing part, just to give my cheeks a little bit of a sheen and to give some type of glow and tie-in effect. So we'll see how this goes. It's just a tiny hint of sheen. Also, because I'm still not sure if I want to do blush or not, I'm kind of thinking of just keeping it bronzy, because I'm not sure which one of the lipsticks or lip colors I want to use for this look. So I already have my brows on, and I'm going to finish off the eye look because I'm still not sure what I want to do with the lips area. So I'm using some fresh lashes. I'm going to just make sure I measure these first. And I've actually been applying my lashes a little bit differently. I saw this from... it's my Ray, I believe, on her TikTok, and basically it's, well, hold on, wait a minute, let me put on my mascara first. Okay, so basically you get your lash glue, and instead of applying it onto the lash band, I'm applying it just right to my lash line. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was skeptical about this working, but it's actually been a really fast way for me to pop on my lashes. So now that the lashes are on, a part of me wanted to leave my under eye bare, but I think just for the sake of having a little bit of color, because I'm not sure if I want to do that, I'm just going to brush on a little bit of that second matte brown color that we used. So I'm just taking a pencil brush and lightly lining mainly just the outer part of my lower lash line. So I decided just to brighten things up, I'm going to add a little bit of white liner in my waterline. So for the lip color, this was actually a really hard decision. I honestly had no idea what color I wanted to use because in the collection they have two beautiful colors. They obviously made a classic Selena red, which, I mean, it would look great with this eye look too, but I feel like it's expected, you know, and they came out with beautiful, cool tone, very grungy, I feel like 90s type of nudes, and this is normally what I'm drawn to, so I feel like that's just the route I want to go. I don't know. Either color I think would have been beautiful, and I have swatched them, and I will also show swatches of each color, but I think for this look I want to stick to the neutral lip. So I'm first going to be lining my lips with this lip liner. This is called Entre a mi Mundo. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to use one of the liquid matte shades. This one is called Big Bertha, and it's a very cool tone type of stone look. But I'm only going to apply this on the outer corners. And then I'm going to be going over it with this bullet lipstick. This is Reina, and it is such a pretty color. This is a amplified cream lipstick. So I'm going to go ahead and spray everything down and then change and come back and finish off the look, showing you guys the beautiful highlight and the rest of the swatches in the collection. So the last thing is going to be adding some highlight to my décolleté just for a little bit of a glow, and I'm super excited because this one is just so pretty. I'll be taking this on a Luxie 504 large angle brush. I'm trading on the collarbone. Oh yeah. And just a little bit right on the center here. Okay, this is the completed look and I love it. Everything in this collection I feel goes so good with one another. Everything pairs so well. And even though I only use certain things to create this look, I am going to show you guys swatches of all the items in this collection. So here we go. Swatches of everything in this new MAC and Selena collection. I actually didn't get anything from the previous collection that they had put out some time ago, so this one was really exciting for me and I am so glad because I'm so pleased. Honestly, my review for everything in this collection is nothing but positive. I think all the colors are beautiful, all the formulas are of course great. It's MAC. Very few things in MAC disappoint me, but the collection overall is very, I feel, cohesive. There are some things that can make it a little bit different. It's not just your typical shades in the palette. I like that they gave pops of color, different shimmers. So I'm really, really pleased with everything in this collection. And yeah, let me know if you guys are gonna pick up anything from it, if you were able to pick up anything from it. And let me know if you like the look. Please subscribe to my channel if you aren't so already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.